Have you ever opened your fridge and noticed something strange? The light is on, the fan might be running, but your food is just not cold. Your milk is getting warm, your vegetables are starting to soften, and that sinking feeling hits you. Do I need a new fridge? Wait, before you even think about spending hundreds of euros on a new appliance, watch this video very carefully. Today I'm going to show you the real reasons why your fridge isn't cooling, even though the light is on, and more importantly, how to fix it step by step. This guide works for most European refrigerator brands you know and trust. It's like Bosch, Beko, Indesit, Whirlpool, Samsung, LG, and many others. Let's get right into it. First things first, if the light inside your fridge is on, that's actually great news. It means the fridge is getting power. The main electrical supply is working, and the plug and socket are likely perfectly fine. But here's the crucial part. The cooling system operates completely separately from that little light bulb. The cooling depends on a team of components working together: the compressor, the condenser coils, the evaporator fan, the thermostat or temperature sensor, and the refrigerant gas. If just one of these parts fails, the cooling stops, even while the light shines on, making you think everything is okay. So where do we start? With the simplest, most overlooked check of all: the thermostat setting. It sounds almost too simple to be true, but it's an incredibly common issue. Sometimes, someone in the house accidentally turns the temperature dial to the minimum or even to the off position. Kids love playing with dials, or maybe the setting was changed after you last cleaned the fridge and you just forgot about it. So grab a flashlight if you need to, and find your temperature control. For the fridge compartment, you want to set it to somewhere between 3 and 5 degrees Celsius. For the freezer, the ideal temperature is -18 degrees Celsius. Once you've set it correctly, close the door and wait for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then, listen carefully. Do you hear a distinct click, followed by a low humming or buzzing sound? That click is the thermostat sending a signal to the compressor to start the cooling cycle. If you hear that and the fridge starts humming, you might have just solved your problem. If you hear the click, but nothing else happens, or if you hear complete silence, it's time to move on to the next step. We need to play detective. Carefully pull your fridge away from the wall so you can access the back. What you're looking for is a black, round, tank-like metal part, usually near the bottom. That is the heart of your refrigerator, the compressor. It's what pumps the refrigerant through the system. Now, be very careful and touch it. What do you feel? Is it warm and gently vibrating? That's a good sign. It means the compressor is running. Is it completely cold and silent? That's a clear sign of a problem. Or, are you hearing a distinct clicking or clunking sound every few seconds or every minute? This often points to an issue with the start relay. Let's focus on that silent, cold compressor first. If your compressor is not running at all, the most common culprits are a faulty start relay, a bad overload protector, a damaged thermostat that isn't sending the signal, or in some cases an issue with the main control board. Of all these, the start relay is by far the most frequent troublemaker, especially here in Europe. Symptoms are very specific. The fridge light works, the compressor tries to start, you hear that click sound every 30 to 60 seconds, but there's absolutely no cooling. The relay is a small plastic device attached directly to the side of the compressor. If you carefully disconnect the power, remove the relay, and give it a shake. Do you hear a rattling sound inside, like a broken piece of something? If you do, it's almost certainly burnt out. The fantastic news is that replacing this part is very inexpensive and often fixes the problem instantly. Just remember, and I cannot stress this enough, always disconnect the fridge from the power outlet before you start checking or touching any of these components. Okay, but what if your compressor is running? You can feel it's warm and vibrating, but the cooling is weak or non-existent. In that case, your next stop is the condenser coils. On most fridges, these are the large, winding black coils on the back. On some newer models, they might be located underneath, with a fan blowing air over them. Over time, these coils get covered in dust, dirt, pet hair, and all sorts of kitchen grime. This is a massive problem in many European homes. When the coils are dirty, the fridge cannot release the heat it has removed from the inside. The whole system becomes inefficient, the compressor has to work overtime and can overheat, and your fridge simply cannot get cold enough. The solution is beautifully simple. Unplug the fridge, grab your vacuum cleaner with the brush attachment, and gently clean all the dust and debris from the coils. You will be amazed at how much gunk comes off. This simple cleaning step alone fixes a huge number of cooling problems. Now for another common scenario. Let's say your freezer is ice cold, working perfectly, but the fridge compartment above it is warm. This points to a very specific problem, the evaporator fan. Inside your freezer section, usually behind a panel, there's a small fan. Its job is to blow the ice-cold air from the freezer coils up into the fresh food compartment. If that fan isn't working, the cold air stays trapped in the freezer. To check it, open the freezer door and find the little button or switch that the door presses when it closes. Press that switch manually with your finger. You should hear the fan start to whir. If you hear nothing, it could mean the fan motor has failed, that ice buildup is physically blocking the fan blades from spinning, or that the entire defrost system has a fault. This brings us to our next major issue, excessive ice buildup. Sometimes your fridge stops cooling properly because a thick wall of ice has formed on the evaporator coils behind the back panel of the freezer. This ice acts like an insulator and blocks airflow. This is usually caused by a failure in the automatic defrost system. The system has three main parts: a defrost heater, a defrost timer, and a defrost sensor. If any of these fail, the fridge can't melt the frost that naturally forms during the cooling cycle. You might notice the back wall of your freezer is completely covered in a sheet of ice. You might hear strange airflow noises as the fan struggles to push air past the ice, and of course the cooling in the fridge section will be very weak. A temporary fix for this is to unplug your fridge completely and leave the doors open for at least 24 hours. This will allow all the ice to melt naturally. But this is only temporary. For a permanent fix, you'll need to test and replace the faulty defrost component. What if the compressor seems to be running all the time, non-stop, but the fridge is barely cool? This is a classic sign of a refrigerant or gas leak. The compressor is working overtime trying to cool, but there just isn't enough refrigerant in the system to do the job properly. Other signs include seeing a frost pattern on only a very small section of the evaporator coils, instead of them being fully frosted over. This usually happens in older fridges, or if a pipe has been accidentally damaged. Refilling the refrigerant is not a DIY job. It requires a licensed technician with specialized equipment. Do not attempt this yourself, as the gases are under pressure and require professional handling. Finally, we have the brain of the operation, the main control board, or PCB. Modern European fridges are packed with electronics. If the lights and the display on your fridge are working but the compressor and fans never get the signal to start, it's possible the main board has failed. This can be one of the more expensive repairs, so it's crucial to rule out all the other simpler causes we've already discussed before you jump to this conclusion. Check the thermostat, the relay, and the fans first. Remember, safety is always number one. Always disconnect the power before you open any panels or touch any electrical components. Be careful not to damage the delicate gas pipes. And if at any point you feel unsure or out of your depth, please call a qualified repair technician. It's better to be safe. So, to recap, before you even think about buying a new fridge, go through this checklist. 1. Check the thermostat setting. 2. Listen to the compressor and feel if it's running. 3. Inspect the start relay for rattling. 4. Clean the condenser coils thoroughly. 5. Check the freezer fan. And 6. Look for any signs of excessive ice buildup. In so many cases, the fix is simple, cheap, and something you can do yourself in under an hour. You've got this. If this video helped you save some money and get your fridge working again, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Easy Solutions. We have tons more real practical repair guides specifically for European homes coming your way. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next repair video.